Welcome back to part 4 of foods that you didn't know were absolutely fantastic. And today we're not actually going to be talking about a food. However, we are going to be talking about a drink, and this drink is coffee. Whether or not it's caffeinated or decaffeinated, one of the most important effects of coffee is its antioxidant activity. You see, coffee contains a myriad of different molecules and compounds that act as antioxidants in the body and can help reduce inflammation, and additionally help promote a longer lifespan, as I'll show you in a moment. And there are many reviews looking at the antioxidant properties of caffeine and explaining all of these mechanisms completely in depth. And it is cool to know that coffee contains these molecules. But what's even cooler is to see that the evidence actually supports an extremely health-promoting effect of coffee consumption, finding the largest risk reduction in diseases and all-cause mortality at intakes of between 3 and 4 cups a day, in which coffee is shown to reduce all-cause mortality, reduce cardiovascular disease mortality and cardiovascular disease itself, and it's associated with an 18% lower risk of cancer, and finally reduce the risk of neurological, metabolic, and liver conditions. And another review highlights the top takeaways, in which coffee consumption is associated with a lower risk of chronic diseases and all-cause mortality, can act as an antioxidant by scavenging free radicals or inflammatory molecules that are also referred to as oxidants, which is why the antioxidant properties of caffeine is so important. Additionally, coffee actually supplies the majority of antioxidants and polyphenols in the American and worldwide diet, which demonstrates two things. The first is that coffee is extremely high in beneficial compounds, and the second is the fact that the diets in the developed worlds are actually pretty low in antioxidants and other beneficial plant compounds. The other thing the study highlights is that coffee is actually just as health promoting as fruits and vegetables, and how the antioxidant properties can be derived from both caffeinated or decaffeinated coffee. However, there's actually a growing number of reviews that demonstrate that caffeine itself can actually be a cognitive enhancer and actually brings a much lower risk of developing neurodegenerative diseases, specifically things like Alzheimer's and Parkinson's. And not only this, for those interested in performance, caffeine can increase muscular endurance, movement velocity, muscular strength, sprinting and jumping, and throwing performance, as well as increase anaerobic and aerobic exercise, therefore helping aid in endurance and strength activities. And it can absolutely help increase cognitive function, attention, and vigilance. Obviously, these are at moderate doses of caffeine, likely trying to aim for no more than 3 milligrams per kilogram of body weight. So for a 100 kilogram or 220 pound person, this would be approximately 300 milligrams of caffeine. And trying to stick to the timing recommendations of not consuming caffeine any closer than 10 hours prior to bed in order to not interfere with sleep quality and quantity. And while for some people caffeine is contraindicated because it can increase symptoms of anxiety, for people who are extremely sensitive to caffeine. And if you're one of these people, including decaffeinated coffee can still bring you the antioxidant and possibly life-extending effects of coffee. And for those who are not extremely sensitive to caffeine, consuming caffeinated coffee can provide you with not only the potential antioxidant effects of coffee, but also the physical and mental boost that caffeine provides you with. With that being said, I hope you found this interesting, and if you'd like to take control of your health and energy, send me a DM to sign up for coaching.